G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. Welcome to the Patreon video. First I want to say a huge thank you to you guys. I could really use the coin to get the channel growing at the moment, and I don't really need to explain it to you guys, but you guys know that the money that's coming into the Patreon is going back into channel projects so I can, we got a bird, so I can broaden what activities or like what tutorials and stuff I do on the channel. Speaking of that, if there's anything you want me to build that isn't in my YouTube channel, so maybe just do like a search down the videos. If there's a DIY thing you want me to build, Patreons are going to have first suggestions, if you know what I mean, on what videos I'm going to make. I think DIY builds will never be Patreon exclusive. Patreon videos will be more like updates, talking about maybe the future of the videos. Like if there's something I'm going to do on YouTube, you guys will find out before YouTube. And also the Patreon videos for now, I'm going to do them uncut. They're going to be one continuous video. So let's start off with the inside tank. So there's not much changed on this tank. So basically the plants are all still the same. This light's ridiculously bright. The angels, they've grown. They've also grown on me. They're pretty cool. I got to get discus for the tank, but it's just a funding thing at the moment. I can't really afford discus for the tank, especially with how much... Sorry, the bird's hurting me. I've spent a lot on fish food in the last 2 weeks, and I still need to spend more on fish food. But they're starting to like come to me. They used to be really scared. They got the crazy finnage. They're definitely going to be really nice fish. Alright, so now that we're doing one continuous video, you guys can walk to the shed with me. The pond hasn't really changed. I turned the UV back on and it ended up clear within 24 hours. I was going to show you the clarity, but the fish won't move out of the way. Anyway, it needs a good leaf clean, but that's about it. Let's go to the shed. Also, let me know if doing the video uncut is annoying. I just thought it was like a nice little side personal touch for the Patreon. So Masobo, they're just chilling. There's 2 mouthfuls in there. You guys have seen these guys recently, but I'll give them a bit of food so you guys can see. So people were saying to me they were worried about Flowerhorns, me putting them in so young, and not finding food. But these guys, as soon as I threw them in, they were straight to the top every time I come near. And these ones here, which hopefully you can see, they're about 1 centimeter, and it took them a week, I reckon, to actually come to the top. But in that week, they were all like cleaning off the sponge filters anyway, so it's not like they weren't getting food. But now you can see they're right up here. I don't know how many's in there. My guess is about 100. And I think I explained to you guys before that I gave my friend Brett, I think I gave him about 150, but it was kind of accidental. I was meant to give him about 50, and when he got home and did a bit of a count, I had loaded the container up. Main reason being, it was night time when he came over. I didn't really have a light on the bucket. Like I had the fish room light, and I don't know, I just like closed my eyes and tipped in a net full of fry, and I thought I'd got like 50, but it turns out there was like 100, 150. Alright, so the fish room update is mainly going to be about the Flowerhorns, because I haven't really changed much else in here at the moment. So I've put these two together. They fight when I'm in the room, but they don't fight when I'm not in the room. And the way I can tell that is because there's no damage on them. If they were fighting, they've been in a tank together for 2 days, and if they were fighting in that, like the whole time in that 2 days, they would be all torn up. But if you look, they've hardly got any marks on them at all. Like a couple of marks near the top of their mouth from lip locking. But, so this is, I don't even know why I put these two together. I had Aaron in here by himself to heal, because he's got damage on his cock from fighting with a different girl. And the damage has turned into calluses, which means it's always going to be a mark on his head. It's never going to heal fully. And basically, these are the two lowest grade Flowerhorns I have at the moment. But the only reason they're in a tank together is because of how heavy her pearls are. And they're two completely different bloodlines. The boy is a West Australian fish, the girl is a East Coast fish, and I've just put them together on the off chance they might throw a really nice pearly female that I could breed with either Charles or Elsa. It's not a batch I plan. If they do breed, I don't really plan on selling them. It's just an experiment. I put that one up for sale. There was no one interested. One person did say they were interested, but I forgot who it was, and I'm waiting to see if they message me back. But anyway, I put her up for 60 bucks, and I'm not going to let her go any cheaper than 60 bucks. If it doesn't sell, I'd rather just put them together. They haven't killed each other, which is good. We move on to this tank. So there's Elsa. Last batch was infertile. I'm still just waiting. I can't see if for future projection, I'm thinking somewhere around February, March that I'll try and breed him, because he's just still too young. I kind of want to put him back in this tank here, because he used to like shoot across the tank to my hand, but he doesn't do it in this tank as much. There's a vampire girl up there. The reason she's in that and not divided is because he just smashes the divider over, so I've got to figure out something else for that. But she seems to be going alright in there. I've just, it's just a bit of a pain to feed her. I've got to get on the ladder. I put Bling's sister. I haven't got a name for her, so she's just BS at the moment. She is next to Charles. She's looking really dark on the camera, but she's a cool fish. I had one of her brothers, Bling, but I've given him to my friend Zach to try breed, because I've got too much going on. We've got 4 males. I really only need 2 males. I don't have the room for that many lines of Flowerhorn, because think about it, every line that I breed needs an IBC or something quite large to grow them out. Charles is looking good as always. I know like Elsa's worth twice as much as Charles, but I've got a soft spot for Charles. I don't know if it's because, I don't know what it is, but I like Elsa's, I like Charles's cock shape better. Like it's like perfectly round, whereas if you look at Elsa's, it's a bit of an odd shape, like folds back. But obviously there's more potential with Elsa for like breeding and yeah, basically I'd prefer to breed Elsa over Charles, but I think as a fish, as a pet, I like Charles better. He kind of lets me touch him. He's getting better. Eventually, hopefully he lets me pat him. And then these eggs are no good. They're either infertile or they died from the power outage. I'm leaning towards infertile because Charles and that girl weren't getting along at all, so I don't think that he would have done the job. There's mouthfuls all down there. Basically, the Africans haven't really changed. The Mason Reef male, I keep pulling him in and out of the tank because he just keeps smashing the girls. What was that? Oh, those two are going nuts. I really got to get out of the room as quick as possible. I've been trying not to stay in here because they fight. What else have we got? The sapphires, there was 2 mouthfuls the other day and they've obviously swallowed them, so it's kind of annoying. Barcochromis won't bloody breed. I've actually turned the water changes off. Hopefully I get a spawn out of them. Foscos still look like they're not going to do much. I keep isolating the girl and feeding her up to fatten her up, but it's not working. He's killed a couple of the buffer girls as well, so there's less fish in there now. But I know, don't get annoyed, I know it's a small tank, but it gets a crazy amount of water changes, so that's fine there. Back to the Flowerhorns, we got Charles's first batch of fry here. This guy is growing so fast. He's about 9 weeks old and he's probably 4 centimeters. That tube there is about 3 centimeters, so I'm guessing he's about 4. Alright, I know I said this video was going to be uncut, but for some reason the camera just stopped recording randomly. So far I can't really see any culls in here. If there was going to be a cull, it'd probably be this one here. It doesn't have much script, but I don't know, with the imports some people seem to be going for very low script fish, so I don't think I would cull it anytime soon. But I need to think about separating some of these, especially this one. We got TPS down here. She's still fading. People keep coming over and asking me what's wrong with her, but it's just she's fading. And this is, I don't think he's got a name. One of the fat boy Flowerhorns. I'm interested to see what he's going to turn out like, but at the same time I'm disappointed that it's not a girl, because I actually did want a girl originally and it was sent to me as a girl, but that's alright. At the end of the day, a male is worth more than a girl, so even if I sold it, I'm winning. And I guess while we're here, like, this video is going to drag on a little bit. While we're here, I'll show you guys the, man, these guys are psycho. The stingrays. So, I'm not sure if they're all eating pellets yet, but I've definitely seen 1 or 2 of them eat pellets. So, I think what my plan from here is feed them, watch them, and when I see them eating the pellets, swapping them into a tub, so I've got a tub of definitely eating pellets, and once it gets to that stage I can watch them eating the pellets time and time again, and I see them go straight for the pellets, then they'll be up for sale. So the stingrays have ripped my leak patch off, so we're going to have to fix that. They just keep biting at it and ripping it off. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up there, guys. I've just seen that. I'm going to have to patch that again. Hopefully, should only be another 3 or 4 weeks until I think about repairing this pond. December I want to repair it, so that'll be on YouTube for sure. I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you tomorrow on YouTube. Peace out.